Do I think Hasan shocks his dog? I have no fucking clue. I think he lied about having a shock collar. I think he 100% had a shock collar based off what's on my For You page. Maybe I'm getting psyoped. He's adamant that he hasn't shocked her, but that 100% is a shock collar, as a fact. I feel like that shit is 100% a shock collar. But I got no clue. And I think when you come in and you say, oh no, you're gonna get the Hasan call now, I think like you are like genuinely pathetic. Like you are still pretending to live in a universe where it is like brave to speak out against Hasan, as if that is not like the popular side to be on. Truly, I think it's pathetic.
Who gave Ludwig his balls back? Ludwig is a man who will avoid having an opinion that is his own in order to placate the people around him and maintain his connections at nearly all costs. In this tweet, I ask, who gave Ludwig his balls back? And the answer might surprise you. Now, I think something Ludwig says here kind of gives away his mentality, but just give it a listen.
And I think when you come in and you say, oh no, you're gonna get the Hasan call now, I think like you are like genuinely pathetic. Like you are still pretending to live in a universe where it is like brave to speak out against Hasan, as if that is not like the popular side to be on.
Part of the way this guy's brain is, what is popular right now? What is the easy take that I can give that the most people will agree with? So undoubtedly, Hasan's public reputation, obviously taking a hit after the dog collar situation, kind of feels like his shackles have been broken, but I don't think that's what gave Ludwig his balls back. Because typically, Ludwig just wouldn't give an opinion on a situation involving Hasan, negative, positive, or otherwise. No, what actually happened is QT Cinderella went to Hasan's house and retrieved Ludwig's balls, okay? After the initial incident, QT Cinderella went to Hasan's house to check the collar. She confirms the tape theory.
Oh, what I had to say, I'm in his house, I looked at the collar is taped off where I think there would be prongs.
Yeah.
There's no zap, there's only a vibrate function.
Yeah.
So I would agree to that.
Now that clip from QT Cinderella came out pretty quick after the Hasanabi collar gate situation, okay? Pretty firmly putting her stance in the camp of, listen, this is what happened and I'm gonna speak freely about it. But what else could have happened? What else could have inspired QT and Ludwig to distance themselves from Hasanabi?
But I have somehow been deeply attached to the Hasan dog collar situation, to the point where Michael Reeves and I were hanging out yesterday. We went to a haunted house, and he was telling me he has a Patreon, if you don't know. A Patreon member unsubscribed from him because they said, I cannot in good conscience say subscribe to you when you are so close to Ludwig, who is so close to Hasan. And so I have to unsubscribe. So I paid for dinner for Michael yesterday because of that. But
so on two separate occasions, okay, we've had Ludwig explain that the public opinion on Hasan is so negative that it's not a brave take to dislike him or criticize him regarding the Collargate situation. So I hear what you're asking. What are you trying to say, Sleepy? What do you mean? What does this all mean? What it means is I think Ludwig and QT were waiting for a good reason to make this happen. Like, over the years, Ludwig has faced a lot of criticism because he is this guy who covers the news drama regarding Twitch streamers, okay? And yet he would never really push too hard on Hasan. It was very clear that he was trying to keep that bridge open. He was trying to be friendly with Hasan. Even when he would release a video where he is criticizing Hasan, maybe not even that harshly, just lightheartedly poking fun at some dumb thing that Hasan has said, Ludwig would remove the discussion of Hasan from his video. So with my statement, my question, who gave Ludwig his balls back? Okay, obviously I said it was QT because QT is kind of the one who spearheaded this whole situation in leading the charge and kind of saying that the collar did exist with tape on it. What I actually think is what Spondyle said here. He literally says at the end of the clip, it's more popular to hate Hasan now than to like him. That's clearly the reasoning behind this. And I think Spondyle is 99% correct. But he's off on one thing. This isn't just about what's popular. I think what's popular is why it's happening now. I think the reason it's more popular to hate Hasan is why this is happening now. But I think frankly, when you have your balls, okay, in the grasp of some other big streamer, and you're not able to exactly say what you want to say, you're not able to come out and publicly be the person you want to be on stream, I think that that's a very frustrating position to be in, especially when you're someone like Ludwig, who has had a very successful streaming and YouTube career in their own right and really doesn't need to rely on Hasan at all. But about 2 years ago, Ludwig uploaded a video where he was criticizing Hasan's take on streaming being more difficult than a 9 to 5, okay? And he really just pokes fun at him. It's nothing negative, it's nothing crazy. Ludwig ends up taking the video down because Hasan reacted to it on stream and wasn't happy. Since that happened, there's been a unanimous, oh, Ludwig is wishy-washy. Oh, Ludwig will roll over for his bigger streamer friends. And I think, frankly, that's a pretty hard narrative to beat when you're as brand safe and as, you know, friendly to big streamers as Ludwig has been in the past. And I imagine sometime between when that video was released and now, he's been probably thinking, all right, the next time Hasan fucks up majorly, I'm going to take advantage and I'm going to burn this bridge as fucking hard as I can. And I think he's kind of done it in the most respectful, responsible way, really. He's not saying, oh, I think Hasan's a piece of shit. I think he's this. I think he's that. He's literally saying, I think that that's a shot caller. And there's no way you're convincing me otherwise because I've seen the caller and it looks like a shot caller. So this isn't a situation where somebody's getting their balls back. Frankly, I think this is a liberation of the balls. The balls are now free. This is a dumb concept with the balls, man. I don't know why I made this about balls. But yeah, I think in the back of his head, he's been waiting for his opportunity to go, you know what? This is the situation where I distance myself from Hasan. And I think he finally found it. Now let's watch Ludwig explain why he re-uploaded the video about Hasan 2 years ago. Now this is the situation that we were talking about just a second ago where Hasan was saying that 9 to 5s are not as hard as streaming. And Ludwig kind of poked fun at that. Hasan pissed his pants. Ludwig took down the video. Let's see what Ludwig has to say here.
I think a lot of people's lives live through the lens of Hasan, and then you can talk about something else afterwards. Now, I wanted to talk about that because this comes from a video that I uploaded almost 2 years ago. I think it was end of February 2024. This is the reason why this happens. All right. I uploaded this video called Huge Streaming Drama. Now, the reason I uploaded this video is because it was February 27th. I had a sponsor and I wanted to make a lot of money. So I uploaded a video that talked about really not much. It was a filler video, but Hasan saying that streaming is harder than a 9 to 5. I poked fun at Hasan, and then I went on to do a sponsored ad read. I forget for what sponsor. And then filled up some bullshit, called it a day, made some money. Easy gig. Until Hasan reacted to it on stream. And then the video got a bit brigaded by Hasan fans who are upset. And the sponsors, not so happy these days. I don't know if you know this. When Hasan comes up for sponsored deliverables. So I took it down. All right. I uploaded the sponsor at a later date. And then I re-uploaded the video. But because of that, I inserted myself into some shit that has been with me for 18 months. Bitch move? Maybe, but I also don't care to die on the hill. I don't think I was like making a poignant statement about how I disagree with Hasan's politics. I think it was the equivalent of, haha, Hasan said 9 to 5s are easier than streaming.
I mean, if it was the equivalent of saying, haha, 9 to 5s are easier than streaming, why didn't you just leave it in the clip, right? That's why it's being called a bitch move, right? That's why it's being called a bitch move. It has nothing to do with politics.
Anyway, check out this sponsor. So it's not like a moral hill that I was here.
It was, again, it was not about morality. Like what it was about was that you made fun of somebody in a very lighthearted way. They got pissy about it and you took down the video.
To die on. It was, hey, I don't want to deal with the brigading from Hasan fans. I'm here to do.
And that's fine. That's fine to say that you don't want to deal with brigading. You should have just made another video saying, this is what's happening. I'm being brigaded. Okay. That would have been way more interesting, way more pop. But again, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to protect the sponsor. These are fine excuses. Okay. But when somebody says bitch made, you know, it's not a maybe, it's a yes.
To do this for a paycheck. So let me delete it. Was it the right move to make?
Trying to do this for a paycheck. I mean, I get, yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's being upfront. He's being upfront. But if you're a viewer, is that what you want to hear? Oh, this guy's only in it for the paycheck. Fuck his principles, right? Fuck his own opinion. If not getting a paycheck gets in the way of him giving his opinion, then you know what he's gonna prioritize. It's gonna be the paycheck. And this is a guy who's already made a fuckload of money. You know what I mean? You know, small streamer Andy. Okay, I understand. Ludwig, one of the biggest, like the guy who had like one of the biggest, you know, 24-hour streams ever. Come on, man.
Like, probably not, but it's the move I made at the time. It is what it is. I'm not that hung up on it. That was 18 months ago. And so, because of that, again, 18 months ago, I had dealt with people who now thought that, hey, Hasan messaged me. He made the boss call. I had to take down the video.
I mean, that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. The guy bitched on stream, and then you took down the video. Like, can you really blame people for having that perspective?
That's not what happened. You can believe me or not believe me. I really don't care. But I swear in my
Whether or not he directly messaged you, it was the fact that he complained on stream and you took down the video. That was the issue. That was the issue. But it is. I do appreciate that he's giving us this clip, okay, to break down. I think. Listen. I think, frankly, whether it was planned or not, whether he's doing it because it's popular or not, Ludwig has broken free from the shackles of Hasan. All right. I think he's a free man now, at least from Hasan. I don't know what other, you know, relationships will prevent him from actually accurately covering a story.
in my mother's life, who I love more dearly than any human on this earth, that Hasan has never asked me to take down a video, and I did not do that because he asked me to. It just never happened. Right? It didn't happen on everything. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. That just is the fact. You know,
All right, new perspective. But yeah, ladies and gents, it's pretty clear that I think Ludwig wanted to create that separation between himself and Hasan. I think he's done a good job at doing so. I think QT spearheaded the situation, and overall, I think you're probably more likely. I mean, we'll see if it happens, but you're probably more likely to get a mogul mail about Hasan than you were just a couple weeks ago. So we'll see what happens.